I got the dating doctor on tonight, and I've got two things that's gonna flow right into each other. I'm gonna play the first clip for Uncle Shannon and Kirk Franklin.
What's a good place to take someone on a first date? You know, we there's this thing, this viral
I
moment
saw
that
it.
went
I
to the
saw it.
Cheesecake
I
Factory.
saw it.
What's a good place to go on a first date, and how much should one spend?
I think the best place to go on a first date is to ask her where she want to go.
Oh no, no,
Why?
big in, big
Why?
O.
Why?
Because she says I want to go to this 5-star restaurant where you already know if you just order the water, it's $50.
But what's wrong with her saying that? What's
Well, what's wrong with me saying no? No.
So first of all, I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with that.
Ain't no problem. It ain't no problem with her asking. Ain't no problem with me saying no. So now, what's the next question? Where can we go?
Why are you saying no?
Because here's the thing.
Okay, give it to me. Why are you saying no?
If I start you here, where do I go after here?
That ain't necessarily true.
It is.
Let me start this thing off right. Let me tell you why both of them are right. Chocolate dropper, chill out. Listen, let me tell you why both of them are right. Because you can cut out a lot of leg work, and I think it's almost a profiling question. Because Kirk Franklin said, "Ask her where she want to go." And here's the brilliance in it. If she try you off the bat and say she want to go to one of those expensive, crazy restaurants that's going to cost you X amount of money, now it's up to you if you're going to engage in this trickery. Because at this point, most women that are looking for that next level thing, they just want to meet you, see if y'all got some kind of chemistry, yada, yada. So after that, you have the option to engage, or you can be the wise brother and say, yeah, she tried the shit out of me. I'm not going. Ruth Chris on the first day, I'm not doing it. So both of them are right. Because if she say that, it's up to you. You got them pockets where you're gonna engage and play that game and indulge in what her request is, cool. But you have that option. You can say, hey, I ain't gonna do that, or you ghost and be like, she tried me. But I think that's the best part about it. She tell you where she want to go. I think that kind of tells you what the intent is as far as how she see you. Unless you one of those people that, your game in your pocket, I think it tells a lie. I could be wrong, date doctor, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think you can use something like that to your advantage. If she say Ruth Chris, I think she more than likely she trying you. What you say, Chris Leo?
I think if I'm a date doctor, you might be the date professor on this one because I like your assessment on this one. I think the problem is Kirk Franklin is correct. That's the right answer. Dog, it's the most hospitable thing you can do is ask a woman where you want to go. We didn't let women warp the dating pool so much or the dating market so much that that's a problem. You're supposed to plan and pick the time and place. Dog, it is the gentleman thing to do to give her to ask her where she want to go. Dog, the whole feminist movement is about choice. Dog, what's better than choosing where you want to go? And then you do what you use Horace plan. If she try you with some kind of outlandish date, just say no. Have the nuts to just say no. That's not what it is because it's easy to check to tell a woman that's into you. She's gonna pick something extravagant or she's gonna pick something intimate. When a woman picks something intimate, that means she's more focused on spending time with you. If she wants to pick something more extravagant, she's more focused on what you can do for her. This is a great barometer to check the tech to check potential dating candidates. So yeah, but the answer is true. The 100% is sad that we have changed the dating market where you can ask a woman what you want and that's a problem. Well, you can text a woman what you doing and she got a problem with that. I hear women say all the time, "I don't want what you doing Texas all day." Dog, in the history of the world, have you ever seen a woman show you her phone with what you doing Texas in it all day? I've never seen that actually happen. But women swear that men is doing that. And if he is doing something like that, for one, checking on you, even if I don't want nothing, is a sign of care. That's one thing. And two, if you're responding to what you do in Texas all the whole day, then you're encouraging what you do in Texas. So we have to stop letting women warp the dating pool. Stay consistent. It's been the same since the beginning. Dating strategies still work. It's just easier to detect potential frauds in the dating pool. That's all I'm saying.
Zay, you used to be a bachelor.
Man,
What's your advice?
I don't know. You actually gave a different spin, and that was actually good. What you said. Even though I agree with off the rip, no, because we're men. You set out. I hear too many women say you pick the place. They tired of whatever that comes with it, picking it out. You're right. As a man, you pick the place, and then you bring the experience that Chris was talking about, and you guys get a chance to figure each other out the old-fashioned way. I thought that Kirk was out of touch with these new day individuals that are in the pool that Chris spoke of that are looking for dates. You can't do that because they are going to try your shit. However, when you look at that and you look at a gentleman like Shannon Sharpe, he has the finances to where Ruth Chris is nothing. And he even frowned upon that. So makes me go right back to what I said. I'll pick the date. I'll come pick you up. I should have had enough of a conversation with you to get an understanding of who you are as an individual. Then I got to use my resources and go in my trick bag and wow you, because that's all the date is. You are wowing that person. So I don't need you to tell me what a date looks like. If I'm going to be the man and I'm going to lead in the relationship, I'm going to lead by picking out somewhere that we're going to go and eat. And hopefully it's to your liking. If not, you'll tell me, but we're going to experience it. So it's either going to be, it's going to be a lesson either way it goes. But I don't rightly agree with letting her pick. Once we get established and then we ignite them, I'm all okay with her picking because she's earned it at that point in time. But first day, oh no.
Zay,
Okay,
I'm glad you said that. We're gonna come back to that for the next topic. What you say, Chris?
To me, that's fine. That's 100% fine. But you can't later say that don't make decisions for me without my prior knowledge or my consent. Because at the end of the day, that is exactly what you bringing that's the energy you bringing into the relationship. I'm able to pick and tell you what to do without your consent. Because I thought asking of somebody for what they want is the right way to do things. Is the proper way to do things. But again, I agree with Zay. I think that's a great strategy. But then later the woman can't come back and say that, well, you make decisions without consulting me. I got you that way.
I think if I go to Tyler, what I do hate is when celebrities talk about dating and give that perspective. Like Kirk, like, why not? You got money. So you like certain people, Shannon come from the country, you know what I mean? Because Chris Mario said like 2 weeks ago, like on a date, if you start out there, that's a high margin. So the second date, if you decline, like you starting out high, now they're gonna say if you don't keep that same energy at a 5-star restaurant, now you not consistent. So you got to be funny about where you start the measure, because if you know you ain't got the finances to do a couple 5-star dinners, bro, you're gonna crash and burn early. Tito.
Yeah, first of all, Ruth Chris is disgusting. I'm not paying that much money for little ass plates, anything like that. Second of all, just like how women plays this level game with us, with like first date, okay, he here, how they so forth. Why can't we do that? Why can't we start off with a light little date, and the more we go in this talking stage, the more I get to, show you what I'm able to do on dates and stuff like that. Like, why it can't be that way? Like, first of all, why does everything has to be talked about, or like why women feel the need to have a opinion by every little thing? I feel like the internet put it into people where, it can't be normal no more. It has to be different. Like, yeah, it has to be the ordeal every time. Like, it's a lot. It's celebrities out here, but there's a lot of people that's working 9 to 5s. Like, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of normal people in this world. So like, You need to stop acting like we all celebrities. Act like we got 9 to 5 jobs and just regular
Boy,
people.
Sorry, son. That's just not. That's what Instagram and social media is now. I see people put on. I know somebody who got a voucher, but she door explorer. She's all in Colombia. She's all around the world. Listen, she put on a good show. But I'm saying, to y'all point, right? So going back to the thing about the dates, I hate when celebrities get an influx on dates, and then Tyler said, "Why do so many people have their opinion?" Because you do still have a percentage of Negroes that's tricking enough where they give attention to what people are saying. So you see some of these shows where women, we do have people that will be like, "Oh, if a dude want to holler at me, he need to do this, do this," and dude's gonna do it until they smash, and then they out. You know what I mean? So I
But
never
she ain't kept
understood
none
that
of them
part.
neither.
I
Huh?
think them old
But
people
she ain't
said,
kept none of them neither.
Yeah.
But
No, that's
neither
my
of them are
point.
single.
And that's
So
another
if
and
you
that's
like that so much, why don't you keep one of the men? If this didn't happen to you, if this is your standard, that means it happened to you. Why don't you keep none of them?
because it's Colin Kaepernick. Nephew, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you have aced your uncle's course. You are the last airbender. You understand that progression chain that I talked to you about. You start them off here and see if, hey, you can hang with me down here. You can definitely
yeah.
enjoy me up here. You
And
start
also
off up here. You can't come back down the mountain. You
yeah.
start off at the top.
Also
So
how she got a high standard of this and her shit not together.
amazing. That's the question for the ages because that happens all the time. The
That's
Yeah.
ones that are
reality.
usually the loudest and that are speaking about you need to do this or you need to do that can't do it for their own damn self, let alone for somebody else. So
R.I.P.
yeah,
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man.
man,
Listen, a lot of people ain't got the balls to be a man on a date. I went out with somebody who I really wasn't feeling. I said, "F it, I got some time." I went out with them. We went down to shooters or something on down in Miami, Lauderdale. And listen, I'm trying to tell you, like, listen, I already know the game. And she's like, "Can I get some oysters?" I'm like, "Nah, you don't know me like that."
got oyster attack too.
I'm saying like $40 some a dozen, or $30 some a dozen. Nah, I don't know you like that.
Listen,
But
listen,
y'all
Look,
an
I
aphrodisiac though.
Yeah,
and
listen.
Chris.
Another moment when I knew my wife was the one when she told me, "Let's go to Chili's and get that 3 for $10."
Oh,
Boy, I cried that day. I ain't gonna lie.
As you should. As you should.
yeah, you just looked out the window on the car ride.
see, that's
It's the eye.
that's the perks of dating a smoker. They don't they let's hit Dennis right now.
Yeah, you gotta love somebody who's down to go eat late night. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, buddy.
That's relationships are formed there. I'm telling you, man.